Good, well, what is it? My goodness. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's the old guy Jack here. Um, I got that Kawasaki G4TR Trailboss in here, and we're going to start the process of removing the engine so I can get it on the bench and split it and see if I can figure out why it isn't shifting. Now, I've done this before, and the results were not good, not good at all. So we'll give it one more try. I do have an entire new set of transmission gears for it, so if necessary, if I can't find anything else wrong, I'll replace those and we'll start over and see if, I don't know, if it's the case that's bad or what. But anyway, here's what I went through. So enjoy. We'll just begin with what we can see. The air cleaner is going to have to come off, it's obvious. There's only one screw that's coming in here that I can see. Maybe there's one on the other side. Yeah, looks like there is. Maybe two on the other side. Yes, there is. Alright. I should get some little bags to put this stuff in. We're also going to need to take this off. The gas tank is not connected. Oh, it's a little unstable. What I used to prop that up over there there's a damn mouse nest in there. And look what I found. Mr. Mouse has made his home in here. Hard to believe. We'll have to put that someplace. Okay, so we don't need to take this off, I don't think. We'll need to take this off. And we'll just put all those in there for now. Okay. We're going to have to somehow if I remember correctly, go in through the side. It might just be a flat tip, and I may not have one that works. And the worst part is, since I don't have this on a lift, I'll have to lay down on the floor almost. To see. I don't know if this can just all come off together. Yeah, and that's the screw right there that tightens it down. It's loose. And the nut turns. So that's why I didn't get it tight. You have to get in here and get on this nut. All right, so can we get this out of the way? I guess we'll set it right up there. All right, this is the clutch, I believe, right here. Yep, that's the clutch. And to get that disconnected, I can't see. I have to get down there. I could maybe just take this off. That's the adjustment. And let's see, we're gonna have to take this off. Probably a 13. I don't know, maybe bigger. 13. Looks good. Okay, does that come off? That comes off. Let's put the bolt back where it belongs. Alrighty, this, well, I think we need to just bring this out. So we'll put these in here. We'll try to knead all that up in a bit. I don't know here. I don't know if there's oil in there or not. Well, they're not really small vice grips. I'm pretty sure they'll hold it. So this, we've got to disconnect from here. Let's see, is it leaking? You bet. I need to go get something to soak that up with. Let's see. All right, it's not leaking a lot. So that part's good. That comes off of there. So think we're good there. Just in case, let's put that back in. That's the oil pump, of course. And then, let's see, I think we'll need a pin to loosen that up. Okay, then I'm going to screw this out, or does that just come right out of there? Does that come through? No, you have to take it out. We're going to have to figure out how to reset that. I'm sure there's an adjustment procedure someplace. Huh. There, we got that. Let's put that up there. And no washers or anything that we're gonna lose there. We need to take this loose, I think. Eventually we will. Probably not right now. That goes with the engine. Okay. Now, there are two motor mount bolts up here and one back here, and I don't know, maybe another one down here? No, I don't think so. So, I don't think that's good. The only thing we got now is this. That's the clutch. And we're going to need to loosen it up some. In order to get that cable unhooked. It should come right out through the back here. If we can get it loosened up. Now I got about 3/16 of an inch there. Let's see what we got up at the handlebar. We have nothing at the handlebar. There are no mid-cable adjusters. So if we screw this down, which looks to be a 10, and I'll probably need a 12 or 11. So that's 11. 12. 12 or 13. 12. All right, 13. Release the lock nut. And screw the clutch in. Uh-oh. It's going to try and tighten itself back up again. This will be a long process. that loose enough to... The spring seems to be... That was turning. And it tried to screw that spring right down into the boulder down here, I think. That's what it looks like. Well, that's a pain in the neck. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the old guy Jack here. We're going to do a little bit more work on this little G4TR Kawasaki. To take the engine out, I first need to disconnect the, or take off the exhaust. So we'll work on that. I already got the spring off up here. You can see down in there. And I need to disconnect this, which is the 2-speed rear axle, I guess you'd say. And then take the chain off. And then once I get that done, I'll probably do some cleanup on the frame. I didn't do that before. Got a sun right in my eyes here. It's not making real good pictures out of it. It would be better if it was at my back, wouldn't it? Anyway. Oh yeah. The seat has a rod that goes through here that has these little tiny hairpin clips here. To release this, I could take it off from the seat, but I think I'll leave it with the seat. So we'll get on that. Alrighty, the exhaust is off. The screws and attaching hardware are all in place, either on the muffler or the seat or the frame, depending on which they screw into or attach to easiest. We're going to take this off, and I'm not sure if the cable is connected. It seems to be. That is in fact the cable for it, I believe. So this is the 2-speed rear end on this, and this whole cover is going to come off before we pull the engine. Then there's the only rear motor mount bolt there, and there are 2 in the front, one down here and one up here. So we will take this off. All the stuff is going to be repainted and shined up and whatever. I'll be back. All right, all the parts from the 2-speed here are all in the bag. Not sure if I can take that off or not. I haven't drained the oil. But I don't think there's any oil in that cover. I'm going to take the little round thing off next, and that's where the stator and magneto and all that stuff is. So I'll be back. Alrighty folks, this is the cable that comes up from the stator. And it mates up with wires in this off the main wiring harness. The colors are exact. There's a green that goes to green. There's a yellow with a green stripe, That goes to the same. They all go to the same. There is a blue, a black, that's a double, and a plain yellow, and a pink. So this cable wrap has been rewrapped with cloth tape, which probably means that I did it. So we'll examine the possibilities of putting new sheathing on there as well. But for now, oh, I still got to do that clutch. I was having a terrible time getting that clutch disconnected down there, the cable, because that spring on there is really strong. And I'm wondering if that spring really belongs there. So I'm going to go look and see. Well, I don't know. I need to, what do I do with it? I have a tool here. The spring, I think, is a little too heavy duty for this application. I looked at Parkzilla's parts, and they show a picture. I don't think this is gonna hold it all, but we'll try. Yeah, that's not. You gotta loosen up the tension on this spring. I don't know how I got it in there in the first place. It's all the way loosened up above. I guess I could take the handle off. That might do it. Or take it off the handle, I guess I should say. Jesus. Mary and Joseph. I got it. All right. So I have ordered the spring that they show on Parkzilla, and I don't think it's this either this strong or this big, long, I should say. But I did get that disconnected there. Now, will it come out? I know a carburetor you want some attention to, but this won't come out of there. This spring has to come off of there, and I need some different pliers. It's sort of screwed right onto that adjuster there. I'll be back. All right, let's see if this will work. Huh. So like Musty One says, if you watch Musty One, the right tool for the right job. I don't have that. That's disconnected. That's disconnected. Let me just bundle all these together and put a tie around them. And the motor mount bolts. The nuts are all off of them. That one's loose. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we get enough strength in these old hands one more time to pull this engine out. I don't know. Let's see. Does it come forward or... Oh boy, I might have to take the head off. I'm going to break the spark plug, I think. Need to take that plug off. All right, let's see if this one works. That works, I think. I guess if I'd let it sit down there before, I could have done it. With the ratchet. Okay, spark plug is out. Let's see one more time if there's a way to lift this out of here without getting smashed fingers or something. I don't think so. You know what? I bet you if I played with it enough, I could get it. But I'm going to have to take the head off anyway. So I think we're just going to do it. I'll be back once I get that done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, during that last part, I forgot to turn my microphone back on. I forget lots of things. So, anyway, I figured you could see what I was doing. I'll give you some of my favorite music to listen to while I pull that engine out of there. So, we got the engine out. That'll be the end of this video. I'm going to take this engine down in the basement in this damp old, well, it's not really damp right now. During the winter, it's pretty dry. But this 150-year-old house does not have a nice basement. But I got a workbench set up down there, and I'm going to tear this engine apart and see if I can figure out why it doesn't want to shift. And you'll go along for the ride as long as you're watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Please hit that thumbs up button out there, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm working on this little Trailboss Kawasaki 100cc. Today, I'm putting the exhaust on, and I'm going to put some gas in the carburetor, hopefully fill the float bowl up, and we'll see if it can sustain a little running for a little bit longer. So let's get with it. All right, the first thing you got to do is get this guy back up in there. I didn't realize that. I was just trying to put the pipe, this pipe, right into the hole. And then I thought, well, the Yamaha's all got a manifold here. So I looked through my boxes of parts, and sure enough, I found one. It was pretty crusty, but I cleaned it up. And now we'll try and put this back in. I don't have the springs for it, but I might be able to use a couple of Yamaha springs if I can find some of them. We'll see how it goes. I'll be back. All right, another thing I did the other day was I found a wiring diagram online and hooked up some of these lines. I ended up with 3 here that I'm not real sure what they are, but they may be tail light and brake light and so on. I got a, looks like a black with a yellow tracer, a blue with a red tracer, and a red with a white tracer. So we'll figure those out later. They don't show up on my wiring diagram that I had. I had an old 6-volt battery that fit in there, so I charged that up. And we'll see if that's held a charge. And right now, let's go ahead and see if we can get this muffler on. It attaches here and here, and then of course down here with 2 springs. I'll be back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I finally think I got this thing ready to fire. So let's give it a shot. I put gas in the little gas line here. And what else we got? We got oil in the transmission. I got the exhaust installed. I got sort of an air cleaner on there. And I think all I need to do Just turn the key on. I cheated a little bit. I already did put some gas in the cylinder, and it fired for about 2 seconds. So now let's see if it'll run a little bit while we use up what gas is in the float bowl. What do you say? Key is on. Well, it smokes like a banshee, but I don't know if a banshee smokes or not, quite frankly. Anyway, it smokes, and it runs, it responds to the throttle. What more could a guy want, huh? I don't know. It's got I think a choke up here. I don't know if it's hooked up or not, or if it works, or if it's on or off. So that could be part of the reason, but I think it used up all the gas anyway. So we'll get to work. I think I'm missing a gasket in here, and I know I'm missing the 2 springs, so I'll source those guys. What else do we need? I don't know. We'll need to check and see if the oiler's working. And to do that, I'll have to hook it up. This gas I put in it was premix, of course. So I think we're making progress with this little guy.